Hi everybody, I want to talk to you today about the TM Barrel Bits. It's a new line of bits that we are releasing. I want to talk about some of the features that I think makes these bits special, makes them ride good. So one thing you'll notice is the sweep of this shank. I really think it's important in order for a bit to ride well that it curves back above the mouthpiece, like above this ring right here. You're going to get a little kickback with all of our shanks, so there's a nice even sweep throughout. One of the things that does is it eliminates the need for a drop back curve because it already tilts your top ring back, and that curb tank is going to hang nice and naturally right there. All right, the next thing I did, as opposed to a traditional barrel bit where you put a ring around the shank and it moves up and down, you have your ring back here and then the ring that's on the mouthpiece slides up and down. I mounted the ring on the front. I did that for a couple reasons. First of all, it gags a little smoother, and I was able to use this tubing with it, which if you'll notice, there's a space between the top of the tubing and the mouthpiece. And the reason I did that is it eliminates a lot of pinch that come in a lot of barrel bits. A lot of times those rings, they bind up on the shank. You get a little pinch in your horse's mouth right there. They don't like that. Of course, you ride lip guards and that eliminates the problem. But this kind of eliminates the need for that because this is going to gag smoother. That little shelf is going to protect their lip, and there won't be near as much pinching with these bridles. Next thing I did is, as opposed to making these shanks out of 5/16, I made them out of 3/8, so they're just a little bit heavier. I really think that's going to make them ride just a touch better. They're going to have more weight to them. They're going to bounce around less when they're hanging in your horse's mouth, especially when you add some speed to them. And then all of our mouthpieces are made out of sweet iron, as opposed to a lot of barrel bits traditionally are made with stainless steel mouthpieces. So horses are just going to like them more. They're going to slobber better. We take the time to add copper into all of our mouthpiece, like right here on these two pieces. We just add a little copper dot, grind it smooth. They're never going to feel it, but it will help your horse slobber. All right, now we're going to get into a little bit of the mechanics of the bits. So what I've done here to start is there's 3 shank lengths. You got a 6, a 7, and an 8, and then those are set at different purchase lengths. So a lot of people, when they talk about purchases, they'll put it in terms of a ratio. If you have 1 inch here and 2 inches here, it's a 1-to-2 ratio, which is fine, except nothing is that even. So what I decided to do to break these up, and so I can change them and we can do different lengths, is to put it in terms of a percentage. So I've taken the length of this entire shank, and the shorter ones are 38% purchase, which means from the length from the top of the ring to the top of the gag piece there is 38% of the entire bit. Now these ones are 42% purchase lengths. And the reason I'm using percentage is because the difference in that gag is maybe 3/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, but it's significantly different. So you wouldn't see it on a ratio. So I think it's a little bit easier to understand in percentages. All right, now these 42% shanks, the 42% purchase shanks, they're going to give you a little bit more lift. They're going to break your horse vertically a little bit better. So if you're doing shoulder work, shoulder control drills, the longer purchases are going to be superior for that. Now the 38% purchases, they're going to be superior for directional drills, nose to the inside, around your barrel. You get less shoulder lift crossover with this, but it's gonna have a more directional feel. So as you're guiding them around the barrels, something with a shorter purchase is going to be superior for that.